Hello everybody, today we're going to learn the daily Tanya for Zayin V'Chodesh Nissan Tafshin Pei Daled. This is going to be a tough one. I don't know how to explain this next bit very well, but we're going to give it a shot, and I hope you get what you get from it. Okay, the Sham, and there, right, up there, in the higher worlds, Me'iru Mitgale Gam Ken Ha'Yichud Ha'Elyon. Okay, so in the higher worlds, what is revealed is the Ha'Yichud Ha'Elyon, the unification, or the union, you should say, is better to say, Hanasa B'chol Mitzvah V'Talmud Torah, okay, which is done in every single mitzvah and every single word of Torah that people learn. And what is this union? שהוא ייחוד מידותיו יתברך, שנכללות זו בזו, וניתקות הגבורות בחסדים, על ידי עד רצון העליון עד סוף ברוך הוא, המתגלה בבחינת גילוי רב ועצום. Okay? So, the union that we're talking about, this mystical union we're talking about, is the union between the different attributes of Hashem. And when we say when we mean union, we mean the harmonious action of these different attributes. Because these attributes, Hashem reveals his will through them, and he does this, of course, himself, right, the awakening above, but this is done also by Itzarusa del Tata, right? When we reveal Hashem's will, when we do Hashem's will, when we enact Hashem's will, what we're doing is we are revealing Hashem's will within his attributes. Okay? So what we're doing is we are creating a harmony between Hashem's attributes by revealing the grand purpose of the creation of those attributes in the first place, which is so that we will do Hashem's will. This is what we just described. This is what we described. Okay, and this is the very tough part. But the main union, the most important union, is done in the world of Atzilus. Now, Atzilus, again, is where we said that Hashem's will and Hashem's attributes are completely unified, that that is the world in which Hashem himself is acting, you can say. You could say that when Hashem's will moves, as it were, right? When Hashem's will is moved to create, it is moved within the world of Atzilus. Okay? And it is there that his will is also completely revealed, is completely transparent, and his attributes are also completely transparent, which were created by his will. Okay? Because in the world of Atzilus, so that is where the being and essence of his attributes is. Meyuchadot b'matzilan, are completely united and brought into their creator is not the right word, but their emanator, right? You could say that Hashem emanates his attributes, but he does so through his will. He does so willfully, which is very important to point out. Matzilan etzav baruch hu, v'shamu mahut ve'atzmut ratzon ha'elyon etzav baruch hu. Okay, and that's where the being and essence of his will is. Right? So when we talk about Atzilus, we're talking about Hashem's will, and we're talking about Hashem's attributes as they are completely, again, within themselves and united to each other and to Hashem. Okay, and it is only an emanation, a light, a reflection of these, of Hashem's will, which we see in the world's Bria, Yetzirah, and Asiya. Right? We can think of this as sort of, it is in Bria, Yetzirah, and Asiya where Hashem makes quote-unquote concessions. Right? Hashem wants to create. So in Bria, Hashem, as it were, accepts that that's going to impose strictures on him. Now, of course, he accepts this willingly, and not only does he accept this willingly, this was not imposed upon him. It's not that he was that Hashem desired to do something, so he's like, okay, but there are limitations here that I'm just going to have to accept. It's like, no, Hashem created these limitations as well, just to clarify. בכל עולם לפי מה שאין מעלתו. Okay, this is and so these different emanations are in the different worlds, each world according to its own capacity. ואף שנפש האדם העוסק בתורה ומצווה זו אינה מאצילות, so even though the person who is doing the mitzvah or learning Torah is not from Atzilus, מכל מקום, either way, הרי רצון העליון המלובש במצווה זו, it is still the case that the divine will, Hashem's will, is expressing itself through this mitzvah. Even though this was not necessarily the intention of the person, and even if this was the intention of the person, he can't fully grasp the meaning of this. But Hashem's divine will is still expressing itself through the mitzvah. Vehuhu atzmo hadvar halacha, and Hashem himself is completely one with every little bit of halacha, with every little bit of Torah, because sheosek ba hu elokut ve'or ein sof, and you could think that every word of Torah that a person learns is an expression of Hashem's divinity and of Hashem's will, hamatzil baruch hu, right? It's an expression of Hashem himself, shehu v'rotzono echad, that because he and his will are one. Right? And it is in his will that he emanated his attributes, which are united to him. And by revealing Hashem's will, which is revealed by learning Torah and doing mitzvahs, and by revealing Hashem's sort of master plan, as it were, sort of overarching will, the attributes kind of get in line, as it were, to express that. And so when we express God's will and reveal it in the world, what we are doing is we are helping to align Hashem's attributes to being more harmonious. And that's just an amazing thing to think about. I doubt we can ever wrap our head around that. But good luck, and see you tomorrow.